Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. This is the Limassol roundabout, and look, they've put up some Christmas decorations. Now I know you're wondering, where are we going? Well, we're going to Paphos Airport. So we're going to drop down off the Limassol roundabout to the former Debenhams roundabout, take a left and head through Yereskipou along the old airport road. That's my preferred route. I don't like the highway that much. People can be coming at you from all sorts of angles. I mean, to be honest, that's on any road in Cyprus, but I believe the safest route is the old airport road. Now, I hear you ask, why are we going to Paphos Airport? Am I leaving the country? Have I been deported? Well, not quite yet. We're going to the airport to pick up two superstars, two legends on the channel. One is known as Mountain Man, that's Lord of the Lee, and of course his girl, Lady Vicky, who got on a big bird and jetted into downtown Paphos. They're sneaking in 3 or 4 days just before Christmas, and the weather has just turned spectacular, especially for them. So here we are, heading from the Limassol roundabout, past the McDonald's, past the neon mall of Paphos, all lit up there like a Christmas tree on the left-hand side. Dropping down to the former Debenhams roundabout. At that roundabout, if you take a right, you would head deep into central Paphos and the old town, but we're going to go left, out through Yereskipou along the old airport road. That's its name, by the way. Going to take us about 20 minutes, so sit back and relax. Well, I won't relax that much, obviously, because I'm driving a car, but I am sitting down quite comfortably. I've got a little boy cigar on the go, so that'll take all the stresses and the strains away as we commute to Paphos Airport at approximately 6 o'clock in the evening. Yes, it's gone dark, hasn't it? Yes. But sometimes a nighttime video can be nice with all the lights, and now and again you'll see the odd Christmas tree or Christmas decoration coming up because they've done the roundabout at the bottom as well. If you want to buy a Hyundai or a Volvo on the way, well, on the left hand side that could be that perfect place for you. What am I driving? A Toyota Aqua, if you're curious to know. A bit like a Yaris. Could be the best car in the world. I do think it's a fabulous, fabulous car, by the way. And it's one of these hybrid ones, so it makes some funny noises, but your wallet doesn't make a funny noise when you go to the filling station, because this thing does something like 65 miles to the gallon in metric, something like 4.5 litres per 100 kilometres. So absolutely amazing. And of course it suits town driving and city driving much better than, should we say, rural roads and highways. As long as your speed is low, it's very, very economical indeed. Now, look beyond the brake lights on the cars. That's the former Debenhams roundabout, and there's 1 or 2 Christmas decorations and a fountain changing colours as it shoots its stuff into the sky. We're going to take a left and head out onto the airport's road. And I'm going to say a big, big thank you to you guys for constantly coming back, constantly commenting. We thank you very, very much indeed. And for the new guys, every day 2 or 3 people are joining the Marika and me family. 1 or 2 comment, 1 or 2 don't. Why not drop in the comments what your name is and where you're from and get involved. Look at that. Merry Christmas greetings, all lit up on the left hand side. Oh no, Merry Christmas, sorry. And there it is, Yapona Baba, I can't say it, but Merry Christmas in Greek hanging up above us. It does look quite nicer, doesn't it? Christmas decorations always bring a smile to people's faces, don't they? They always take away the winter blues and make you feel something special's about to happen. And of course it is something special. Of course, Christmas, that unique time of year when everyone's feeling that little bit happier and that little bit jollier just before they go into the new year. And then it gets that little bit gloomier and all those bills arrive. And talking about Lord Lee and his girl, Lady Vicky, their daughter, yeah, well, they've got a couple of daughters. One is Princess Layla and the other one is Princess Kaylee. And she is going to give birth allegedly on the 25th of December, which is why Lee and Vicky have snuck a little holiday in before. They were going to come around Christmas time, but they wanted to be there for that great event. So let's wish her all the luck in the world, and let's hope that it is Christmas Day. Sometimes they can be slightly off, can't they, and come a couple of days early or a couple of days late. But let's hope it's a very, very special Christmas for Kaylee, of course Layla, and of course for Lee and Vicky, and of course ourselves and all of the other family members that like to get involved with the channel. Talking about grandsons and granddaughters, there was a new addition to the family not that long ago for a lady called Lady Zena, and of course our Sir Kev. And they had a great grandson. He's a little superstar, a little legend on Facebook, by the way. And of course that's our Prince Lorenzo. Big shout out to you. And of course his first Christmas is coming up very, very soon indeed. In downtown Glasgow, there is a lady called Lady Kirstine, and she is the grandmother of a little legend. Yep. And he's absolutely fantastic. And of course, he is Alexander the Fantastic, and he's looking forward to Christmas as well. Airport Road, Yereskipu Square on the right-hand side, and some rather nice Christmas decorations. Makes it feel that little bit more special, doesn't it? And it's a little bit chilly, by the way. I may have to switch the aircon on because it's only 15 degrees now, and chilly. So I might have to switch it off, or just turn it up a little bit to keep me cool, hopefully, but not too hot. So like I say, this is the route from Yereskipu, which is on the edge of Paphos town centre, straight to Paphos Airport. And the road is literally straight. It curves and wiggles and it waggles, but it's a straight road all the way. It's about 16, 17 kilometres or thereabouts, so about 10 miles. Traffic at this time of night, not too bad. Sometimes it can be totally clear, and you can probably do it in about 10 to 15 minutes. But word of warning, don't be putting your foot down if you're in a hire car or your own car, or perhaps you've borrowed one, or perhaps you've even stolen one. So all the reason not to go speeding, because those boys and girls in blue, especially at this time of night, are out because they know that people are racing around to get home or to go wherever they want to go. So it's a great time to get the speed gun out, isn't it? And inconvenience you that little bit more, and of course create an infringement on your credit card. So drive carefully if you are visiting the island of love, and stick to the speed limits. Predominantly it's around 50 kilometers an hour. As we go out onto the open road, it will fluctuate between 65 and 80 and 50. So stick to about 60 and you won't go far wrong. And those boys and girls in blues will not be having a word with you. And we also have little camera vans parked up now as well. But luckily, 150 meters before the camera van, in other words, the zone of where the camera can take a picture of you, they have to put a little sign up to warn us. But more often than not, of course, if you're driving a car, you don't notice those kind of things. Because why? Well, too busy lighting a cigar, too busy making a YouTube video, or too busy talking some mumbo jumbo. There's Santa on his sleigh. He's getting ready to go ho, 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 ho. Because, of course, Christmas is coming very, very soon indeed. Let's get this little boy cigar lit. Now, for those of you who follow the channel, and perhaps you're curious to know how the Marika and Me Lounge Bar is coming on, it's coming on nicely. There's a lot of work going on at the moment and a lot of workmen in there. So we've decided to leave them alone for a few days. And then, of course, there will be a drastic difference between the last video and the next video. And if your name is Princess Tracy, don't you worry. We've got your 3 little packages and they're sitting on the bar. And when we make that video in a couple of days' time, you are going to witness us open up your little presents and your Christmas card live on camera. Yes, indeed. And of course, Princess Tracy has purchased not only a brick on the Wall of Fame, on the Hollywood staircase, but also one of the stairs. Yes, number 16. So she's an absolute superstar. And I'm looking forward to seeing her coming to the grand opening and seeing her coming down the Hollywood staircase on the red carpet in her princess dress. It's going to be an event quite simply worth dying for. And there's an awful lot of people coming. There's a lot of people who happen to be here on holiday, but there's an awful lot of people who have booked special trips to come to Paphos for the grand opening on the 15th of March 2025. And I'd like to thank one or two of them now. Dame Anne, thank you very, very much indeed. Baron Jeremy, Baron Simon, thank you very, very much indeed. If your name's Baron Von Cigar, Lord Martin, Lady Victoria, thank you very, very much indeed. Lady Sue, Sir Dave, the list goes on. And guess what? The guys that I'm about to pick up from the airport, Lord Lee and Lady Vicky, they have booked to come as well. So it's going to be a fantastic opening night. Make sure you're there. And of course, you're going to meet many, many of the superstars on the little channel known as Marika and me. If you like what you see, please hit the like, smash that subscribe. It doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps YouTube should recommend this little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people like yourselves. And of course, if you would like to help out with the Marika and me Lounge Bar and make it an absolutely spectacality of a bar indeed, perhaps have your name up on the Wall of Fame on the Hollywood staircase, why not buy a brick? It's only £50, and of course everyone will know that you helped to make the Lounge Bar a spectacality of a bar and an information hub in downtown Cato, Paphos. You can also purchase a step on the Hollywood staircase. One or two are left, by the way. They are selling out fast, and of course we've only got 17. But don't worry, we could always build some more, couldn't we, if they do sell out. If you want to buy a step, that is £200, or perhaps you'd like to have your name on a star on our spectacular ceiling. Not quite as spectacular as the ceiling of the mum and dad of Sir Chris of Bridlington. I accept that because he sent me a video today. But in downtown Cato Paphos, it's a spectacular ceiling. So if you'd like your name on that, on a hanging star, only £100. And of course, if you'd like to purchase a brick, a stair, or a star, why not hunt us down on PayPal? Look up these magic words, Paul G. Cyprus, that's Paulgee Cyprus, and up will come my smiling face and of course Marika's smiling face as we say a very, very big thank you to you guys. Or if you'd like to do it via bank transfer, all you've got to do is contact me, and of course I will send you our IBAN number. Very, very simple indeed. Thank you very, very much for all of the help, by the way. I'd like to say a massive, massive thank you to Lord Andy, Lady Ness. The list goes on, by the way. The girl in charge of the show, Dame Anne, Sir Peter, Martin, Victoria. There's a couple in downtown Cornwall. Hopefully it's not too cold, and hopefully life slowly is getting much, much better. Perhaps if your name is Lady Kerry, and the man with the spectacality of a pair of ears, Lord of the Tony, we thank you for making sure that the Marika and me Lounge Bar is fully funded. Thank you very, very much indeed, and of course we'll look forward to seeing you when you come back to the Island of Love in April. On the note of downtown Cornwall, I'd like to say a big shout out to a Duke and a Duchess, Duke Phil, and of course his girl, Duchess Sharon. Thank you very, very much for your continued support on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Thank you very, very much indeed. And to Sir Richard, and of course his very own blonde beauty, Lady Julie of the Nash. It's very, very much appreciated, and those little crumbs make a very, very big difference indeed. The amount of money that we are spending in the Marika and me Lounge Bar so far is just over €50,000, and it doesn't seem to have gone very, very far. But wish us luck, but I promise you on the 25th of March, sorry, 15th of March, I'm getting confused with my birthday on the 25th of February, 15th of March 2025, there will be a spectacality of a bar indeed, and of course that will be the Marika and me Lounge Bar. I'd also like to say a big, big shout out to a couple of superstars. He's a baron, she's a baroness, and they are very, very heavily involved with the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Big shout out to Baron Steve and of course Baroness Heather. Thank you very, very much indeed. And again, we'll be looking forward to seeing you when you jet in on a big bird, or perhaps a canoe, or perhaps pedal like crazy on a bicycle, because of course you too are coming to the Marika and Me Lounge Bar for the grand opening. That's the airport road over. We've taken a right and we're now heading to Paphos Airport, and it says on the sign 4 kilometers, so that's about 2.5 miles. It says 80. Yep, you can travel 80 kilometers along this stretch of road, but be very, very aware of cars coming the other way and the odd one or two overtaking. So be very, very aware when you're driving around, especially at night time, because I think people's focus is on other things rather than driving. So this is the final ascent into the international airport of Paphos, not the biggest airport in the world. So if you've not been to Paphos before, don't be thinking you'll be in for confusion and shocks and all those kind of things. It's a nice little airport, it's spotlessly clean, it's pretty modern, but it's not that big. But don't tell the locals, because they do think it's the biggest airport in the world. But it is a fantastic little airport, and you'll be treated with huge respect when you arrive and huge respect when you leave. And everyone who comes to Paphos always comes back, because they understand that Paphos, on the island of love, which is Cyprus, is probably the greatest resort in the world. I tell you what, these little cigars keep going out, so I'll have to light it again. So not long to go now, another couple of minutes, and we'll be parking up in the car park. Word of warning now, perhaps if you are coming to Paphos Airport to pick someone up, perhaps if you live here, the car parking is constantly changing. It's almost impossible now to park up without paying. Okay, you can park just outside the airport and wait for that phone call. But I think it's much nicer if you're picking someone up from the airport to actually be in the airport waiting for them. It gives them that sense of security, doesn't it? So of course I will park up in the short stay car park. Now the last time I parked here a couple of weeks ago, for the first 15 minutes it's €1. After 15 minutes, if I remember rightly, it was €5, and of course it escalates after that. So yeah, check the signs, check how much they're going to charge you, and don't arrive too early, as I would say. Lord Lee, Lady Vicky were due to land at 6:05. According to the tracker, they arrived at 3 minutes to 6. So I'm going to arrive at around about 6:25. Hopefully they got through customs by then, and they're probably waiting for their little bit of luggage. So come a half an hour later than the plane arrives, and then you won't be so frustrated, and of course your car parking bill won't be quite so big. Now I understand that compared to many other countries in the world, I'm talking about chump change. Lots of the drive-thrus in the UK alone are £10, aren't they? But of course that's coming to Cyprus very, very soon indeed, because these guys in charge of the airport understand that we have got no choice. A little bit like governments, isn't it? They all want to tax us. Anyway, rant over, Lord Andy. We've arrived at Paphos Airport. I'm picking up Lord Lee tonight, and of course Lady Vicky, but it won't be long before I'll be coming back to Paphos Airport to pick up the Lord of the Andy and of course the Lady of the Ness, all the way from downtown in damp and dreary Shropshire. But of course you'll be coming to the island of love just to wash away those winter blues. Paphos Airport, international in its name, is coming up especially for you. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course if you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels, my adventures in and around Paphos.
insert a badge.
Yep, press that little button.
Your ticket is being issued.
My ticket is being issued. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and I got to thank you as well. There you go. He knows he's going to make €1 minimum. This is the short stay car park. Paphos International Airport is on the left-hand side, and it's quite busy. Remember, we are in the first week of December, and Paphos is having a spectacular year. So if you've not been to Paphos and you're watching for the first time, make sure you get on that internet and book a spectacality of a holiday indeed. And of course, we'll look forward to seeing you when you get off that big bird in Paphos International Airport. Let's park in this one, shall we? There we go. Then you get a view of the airport. You see? Mr. Paul practicing his reverse parking. There we go. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed your company. Hopefully you've enjoyed mine, and hopefully you'll come back again very, very soon indeed.